So, after an almost 8 week long vacation, the House of Representatives is back in session today, Wednesday, November 12th. And so today, uh, Arizona Representative elect Adelita Grijalva, Democrat, who won her special election almost 7 weeks ago, was sworn in as a member of the House of Representatives. And immediately upon being sworn in, she became the 218th signature on the discharge petition to compel the Department of Justice to release the Epstein files. Now, a few things on this. It was reported before this 8 week long congressional recess that once that vote happens, and that vote will happen within 7 legislative days of today, that could take 3 weeks. I would expect that vote to happen the week after Thanksgiving. There will be a vote before the full House of Representatives on this discharge petition. It's got 218 signatures. It needs 218 votes to pass. How many Republican members of the House do you think are going to want to go on record voting against releasing the Epstein files? It was being reported before this 8 week long recess happened that as many as 100 Republicans were going to vote in favor of it, because they're going to vote against this and then go back and see their constituents in their home districts and have to explain why they voted to protect Jeffrey Epstein and his clients. So I think this vote's going to happen the week after Thanksgiving, and I think it's going to pass by an overwhelming veto-proof margin. And then it goes to the Senate. Where I think pretty much the same exact thing is going to happen. I think it's going to pass by a very large veto-proof margin, because who is going to vote no on this? Who is going to vote in favor of protecting Jeffrey Epstein and his little band of child sex traffickers? Who's going to vote to protect them and keep this information from the public? That's why the Democrats released the emails that they did today. When you couple this with the election results of a week ago, the election results of a week ago were a nationwide repudiation of Donald Trump, his administration's policies, and MAGA. The fact that Donald Trump and his party lost by the huge margins that they did shows that, first of all, because Donald Trump wasn't on the ballot, his voters didn't show up, because they only show up to vote for him. So his power is not trickling down to other Republicans. And because he's never going to be on another ballot ever again, I think that shows that his grip on this party is incredibly weak. He doesn't have the pull that he used to, certainly not at the ballot box. So at this point, we're just in a countdown. The discharge petition got its 218th signature today. Now it's locked in. Even if somebody who signed yes before today wanted to change their mind, they're not permitted to. That vote is locked in. It is final. It cannot be undone. But another interesting thing is that the margin in the House of Representatives, there's still one vacancy in the House, I think from one of the Democrats who passed away in office earlier this year. The margin in the House is 219 to 214, I believe. that's about as thin as it gets. Republicans can only afford to lose 2 votes on any bill, including the bill to reopen the government. That makes pretty much every single Republican vote indispensable. So we're going to have to see how that plays out. But within a couple of weeks, they're going to pass this discharge position, and I think it's going to pass by an overwhelming veto-proof majority.